Hello, hello. Greetings, earthlings. Hello. This is Jade for your daily tarot reading. Thank you for being here today. I'm very happy to be with you. I am feeling extra silly today, so we'll see what happens. I just wanted to say thank you to, if you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for your time and energy. I very much appreciate it. If you are new here, thank you for being here. Excited to have you. As you know, this is a collective reading, and I'm always asking my guides for the messages that we need to hear for our highest good. I'm always discussing in these readings how we mirror each other, and so I know you as if I have, how do I say this? I know you as I would know myself in certain situations. I obviously do not know every single one of your particular situations because that would be a little creepy. However, I know my life experience, and I know whatever message has to come out, it's for the highest good of all, and somehow it may resonate with you and what's going on in your life today, okay? So that's how I do things here. If you've been here before, then you know the top card is what's on your conscious mind, bottom card is your subconscious, to the side is overall energy. It gives me a framework for what's going on in your life, or what's going on with what you're thinking about, or what's really on your mind. And then we have an advice card. So, spirit guides of the highest truth and compassion. What is it that we can share with this lovely, I just got lovely bunch of coconuts. Okay, not coconuts. Spirit guides of the highest truth and compassion. Yes, this is good. Sinking. What is it that we can share with this beautiful collective today for their highest good? What is it that they need to hear? What is it that they need to say? What is it they need to do? Who is it they need to speak with? And where do they need to go? What is it that we can share with them for their highest good? Thank you so much. Now we begin. All right, in your conscious mind, you have the 7 of Cups. Whoa, we got lots of 7s today. We got 2 7s. We got in your conscious mind is the 7 of Cups. The first thing that came to mind was choices. Maybe being spoiled for choice. In your unconscious, we got the 7 of Pentacles. In your mind, you're thinking about working. What's the song? I just got, she works hard for the money, boop, boop, boop. Hard for the money, boop, boop, boop. And then in your overall energy, we have the 3 of Wands. So it would appear with this being your overall energy, I have a new frontier. There's a new frontier. Exploring something new. Oh, you guys, don't start. Whenever I get a little rambunctious, they get a little feisty, these kitty cats. Stop. I might have to pause because there's a lot of feistiness. Come on, someone come up here and be with me. Pilgrim? No. Pilgrim? Hey, love, not fighting. Love. We'd always choose love. Thank you. That was a close one. All right. There's a new frontier. There's a new frontier. We got lots of choices. I don't know why, but today this little demon gargoyle is kind of standing out to me. There's lots of choices. I feel like there's maybe an awareness of limiting beliefs or an awareness of toxic thought. I just got toxic masculinity. Weird. I don't usually say words like that, but an awareness of toxic masculinity. Take that as it resonates. There's an awareness. I feel like something has come to light, and this is also very much radiating for me. Like something has come to light. There's an awareness of limiting beliefs, maybe some negative self-talk. Like maybe we've really been paying more attention to our thoughts these days. Because this card, I know if you've been here a couple times, then you know that one of the songs I channeled from this card before is the Voices in My Head by Falling in Reverse. And today I'm not getting exactly the same vibe. It's not like totally in it, like your voices are like really loud. It's more like there's an awareness. There's an awareness now of, oh, that's an interesting thought. Do I need to believe that thought? No, I do not need to believe that thought today. That kind of a thing. Like, I probably have an example. Yes, I do. I do have an example. So you guys, vulnerability time for Jade. Vulnerability time. My son is almost 2 years old. For the last 2 years, I've spent most of my time at home with him. This last year, he started going to daycare, and now he's really going to daycare full time now, and I'm really beginning work more full time now. And my brain is just like fried right now. Like for the first year of his life was very much survival mode, emotion navigating, just trying to be okay kind of a thing. And the previous year was kind of a balance of survival mode and actually doing shit that like lights my soul on fire. And then like this year is really getting to lean into what lights my soul on fire, because I'm not in survival mode anymore, you guys. And I've been really hard on myself. I've been listening to this I've been hearing this little demon in my head that's kind of like, God, you're lazy. They say shit like that. God, you're lazy. God, you're privileged. They say stuff like, you don't deserve to work on this novel. You don't deserve to do this YouTube channel. Who are you to say all this blah, 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 okay? I think that if you're listening to this, you understand, and you understand what I'm saying, all right? You got this little guy, and you got all these other little guys. I don't know why I'm getting like Olympic vibes with this, like victory. Like you got the one that's like, yes, I can do this. And then you got the one that's like, holy crap, I have a lot of ideas. And then you've got the one that's like, I think of the Sword and the Stone. I don't know. What? Archimedes. What? Maybe, I don't know. You've got a lot of voices, okay? You're becoming aware of them. Good for you. Good job. That shit is hard. Again, I am what I am today. This is the vibe we're getting. In your unconscious, you're really thinking about working hard on something. And that was the other thing, you know, my voices, like, they kept telling me I was lazy because I don't have a traditional job. But the fact of the matter is I've written down all the shit that I do during my time that I have while my child is at daycare. And it's a lot. It's a lot. Like, and my brain has been working in a way that it hasn't been used to for like the last year and a half or so. And so I think that I am also getting some grace vibes with this card. Like, have grace with yourself while you're working towards your goals. That's what I'm getting. Let's pull some clarification. On the bottom of the deck here, we had the moon, which is illusion. We've been drawing the moon a lot, you guys. Illusion. Interesting. We have the Hierophant. We had the Hierophant, I think, yesterday. Trust yourself is what I'm getting. Trust yourself. Trust your feelings. Trust yourself. You're trusting yourself. You're seeing through illusion. What do I want? I kind of want the RPG Tarot deck today. I feel silly. RPG Tarot deck. The Ultimate RPG Tarot deck by Jeff Aldrich and John Taylor. Oh my God. I hope you guys are doing well. Write in the comments what, I don't know, the voices that say shit to you that you know it isn't true, or write what you know is true. Claim it. Claim it now. Spirit guides of the highest truth and compassion. Is there anything else we need to know about this spread so far? Oops, I almost forgot to pull advice, you guys. I have these two. There we go. Okay. All right, you two, remember, we only love. Love is the answer. Remember? Did you see this? Oh, we have one of them. The other one is right next to her. Love is the answer. They are fighting for priority over the tough it. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Bottom of the deck, 4 of Cups, absent-minded it says, and the Page of Cups. I think you're starting to give yourself a little love on what you think you're missing out on. I think you're starting to give yourself a little love where there wasn't any before. That's what I'm getting with that. So with your conscious, we have the, what is this? 7 of Wands, yes, the 7 of Wands. So the 7 of Wands, and it says the high ground. You are taking the high ground with your thoughts at the moment. You're observing, you're really seeing things for what they are, and you're asking yourself, is this true for me? Is this still true for me? Do I still need this in order to survive? I don't know about you, but for me lately it's been, no, you can move on. And you're unconscious. 9 of Swords. It says the sword. What does that say? The Sword Saint. Interesting. The Sword Saint. I think in your unconscious you might be getting a little in your head about your projects or your work. Maybe that's why in your conscious mind you have the voices in your head, but instead of the voices in your head in dark energy, I'm getting it more in light energy, like, oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. So in your unconscious, we have the 9 of Swords. And your overall energy, oh wow, the 8 of Wands. Yeah, things are moving quickly for you. Rapid shot. I think you're moving, I get what I'm getting is you're moving, I don't know why I just got you're moving quicker than you ever have. Oh, you know what I'm getting is sometimes it's like the feeling of taking 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Like you're moving really quickly. Like you're actually moving faster than you think. Sometimes what you think is a regression really isn't. It's just a recalibration. It's just a reset so that your mind can hold space to continue progressing, is what I'm getting. And I'm gonna flip over the advice. 1, 2, 3. Yo! We got the 5 of Wands and the 7 of Swords. Interesting. So to read this as advice, this guy, ha! I always see that. I've said that before. Ha! I've got it. I've figured it out. That's kind of what I'm getting. Yeah, and this one, so this is how I interpret cards. I know meanings of the cards generally, but when you guys, watch YouTube readings, it's not because you want to know the generic meaning of the card, right? It's because you want to know that person's interpretation and the shit that goes on in their head. So that's what I'm going to give you today. This is usually conflict, competition energy, but what I'm getting from this, because of this dude is standing out to me, is navigating your way through that conflict in your mind. Like the advice is to navigate your way through that conflict in your mind. And then with the 7 of Swords, today with this, usually it's kind of like cunning, strategic energy. I'm getting the light side of the card today. And that's, these 2 swords are these thoughts that have served me for a while. They've served their purpose in my survival, but I don't need them anymore. But these 5 I'm going to take with me. It's kind of like that. Like, I don't know. Like these 2, they served me, or these 2, or these, whatever the hell is up in your life that you're like, these 2, I don't really need them anymore. But the rest of them, they're coming with me. They're gonna serve me still going forward. That's kind of what I'm getting. Is like, take, what is it? Do your best and forget the rest, right? Do your best and forget the rest. Take it or leave it. That's kind of what I'm getting with this. Let's see if there's any other clarifying energy with this. This is like a really kind of short and sweet reading, you guys. I'm feeling very spicy today. And so maybe you are feeling like you're kind of done with what doesn't serve you. You know what I mean? You're kind of just like, oh, thank God, I see it now. I see the light. I have awoken myself from this illusion. And I'm setting boundaries. And that's that. All right. Your advice is also the hangman. You're looking at things differently. This is also the long rest. Maybe you need some rest. I know I need some rest. Usually everyone needs a little bit of rest. In today's world, things go by very, very fast because we have technology to do a lot of things for us. We have opened ourselves up for more time to do more things. And then with social media and then just the amount of content that's shared every single day at a very rapid rate. And sometimes it feels like we need to keep up with all of it to wrap our arms around it for whatever reason, for business reasons or for personal reasons. I don't know, man, but I wouldn't be surprised if everybody just needs to rest a little bit more. So maybe think about that. I'm being guided to ask you, how are you going to rest this week? How are you actually going to rest? Not like looking at your phone scrolling, or not like just distracting yourself from rest. Like, how are you actually going to rest? Like, what actually charges your batteries? You know what I mean? That could be different for everyone. For me, it's restorative yoga. Sometimes it's meditation, and sometimes it's more of a passive meditation, you guys. It's like taking out a blanket that makes me feel good, putting it on the ground, lying down on it with a pillow, turning on some sound bowl music, having an eye covering, and just kind of like just breathing, just focusing on my breath, literally just breathing, kind of like yoga nidra. I'm being guided to talk about yoga nidra, yogic sleep. That's very like doing yoga nidra to relax, to fully relax, so that your body isn't tense and your breath isn't constricted in your chest, and you're not just rapidly thinking about all the things you have to do, just letting yourself actually rest, not distracting yourself from rest. Okay? I don't know why I felt guided to say that. Well, look, I'm keeping this to 20 minutes because that is the commitment I'm making to myself, and I really want to pull an archetype card today for you guys. I don't know why, I just feel like it's a good idea. This is all very, very, very hard work, and I'm very proud of myself, and so I'm very proud of you for looking after yourself and actually evaluating your thoughts to see whether or not they actually serve you. That's a new skill. That's like a totally new skill that a lot of people aren't educated on. They don't teach that shit in school. Maybe they should. They don't teach that shit in school. But with all this shit happening in the government right now with cutbacks to education, I don't know when that's gonna happen. But you know what? I have a dream. I just got chills. I have a dream. And I don't know about you, but I think that there's going to be a lot of changes. It's going to be a lot of changes in these next 5 to 10 years. All right. Enough of that. Where did that come from? I don't usually get into that. Spirit guides are the highest truth and compassion. What is it that we can share with this lovely group of individuals today? They came here to be uplifted. They came here to be inspired. They came here to be empowered, to work together, to make changes every day in their lives for themselves so that they can bring it out into the world and create a more beautiful world. So what is it that we can share with them today? What is it we can share today with this beautiful group of people? Oh man, I'm just like tingle, tingle, tingle town all over. My neck, my shoulders. Gotta clear out the energy. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. What does this say? The mountain. Oh. Ain't no mountain high enough. Ain't no valley low enough. So we've got, I feel like this is like the Aurora Borealis. I don't know. This just gives me like Northern Lights vibes. I'm getting something like there's a lot you can see from the top of the mountain. There's a lot you can see from the top of the mountain. The mountain. The mountain. Mountain. Interesting. X. Here we go. The mountain. The ascent. The peak. The insurmountable. The mountain stands eternally in our awareness. Oh, we got Miss Pilly. The mountain stands eternally in our awareness, calling us towards its peak. It stirs up stoic and regal feelings, reminding us of the long line of spirit sages, sadhus, S-A-D-H-U-S, and gods that made their humble thrones within its snowy peaks. Beware, though, as the mountain can affect us in two ways. It can inspire and enliven us to rise to new heights and peak experience, yet it can also create isolation, competitiveness, and an inflated sense of self. Standing upon its heights can activate the purist and the perfectionist in us, creating separation from those we deem to be below. No matter how high you ascend, remember that it is within the core of the mountain that the gems, minerals, and jewels reside. If you think it's all about going up, you're following the fool's path and missing the miner's magic. Interesting. When light, grounded in the eternal, steadfast, uplifting. When dark, ominous, daunting, isolating, and frigid. You know, that's like such a perfect transition to what just happened, right? I was talking about government today, and I was talking about cuts to education, and for a moment the energy shifted and it went darker because it just did, because of what I was talking about and the way in which I was talking about it. And then I was able to switch that. I was able to transmute that energy. Whoa, that was a double beep I just got on that. I was able to switch that, and I was able to transmute that energy, and I was able to talk about how we didn't come here to be in dogma about, like, in a dogmatic frame of mind about what we already know and about the things that we're already pissed off about. We came here to be uplifted. This is a message for you somehow in your life. Are things like that happening in your life? Where maybe is your speech, where can it be transmuted? Or where can you transmute what you're hearing into something that is of a lighter vibration to get to where you want to be for the highest good of all, is what I'm getting with this. To go deeper, Mary Oliver's The Poet Dreams of the Mountain. Contemplate Joseph Campbell's suggestion. You are the central mountain, and the central mountain is everywhere. To research mountains. Find one that strikes you and stare at it for a while. Where is it? The pilgrim may be awakening in you. The summit calls. Interesting. Yeah, you can either isolate yourself in your thoughts, is basically what it's saying, or you can enliven yourself to rise to new heights. And this card, it does have like a little bit of a lonely feeling, doesn't it? Like this person is there by themselves. And so with the message, you know, I do believe you're rising to new heights with being aware of the voices in your head. I think in your unconscious, it feels lonely, maybe because of your environment. It's possible. Or old stories, old ways of doing things. But your overall energy is that things are changing. And things are moving quicker than you realize. And the advice is to continue to move to higher places, and only take Only take what is really going to help you continue to move towards those higher places for the highest good of all. And sometimes it's rest. Sometimes it's rest. As much as our egos want to say, no, we have to keep working. No, we have to keep working. You know, so-and-so, this person, this creator on whatever Substack or YouTube, you know, they're always creating the best content. And the reason they do it is just because they're constantly working, or whatever fucking lie you're telling yourself. We need to do this. Because it doesn't matter what someone else is doing. It matters what you're doing. We can be there to support each other and to uplift each other, but when it comes to your temple, your body, and your mind, and doing the work that you're meant to do, it's more important that you focus on yourself. So I don't know why I'm being called to say that to you guys. Well, look, I've really enjoyed having you here today. Today's message was a little bittersweet, but you know what? We're doing really good. We're doing really hard work that doesn't get recognized, work that's not really put on paper as something that's important, but it's literally the most important, because how you tend to your energy inside reflects the energy that you put out into the world, and the energy that you put out into the world impacts people's lives. So it matters deeply. I love you so much. I'll see you tomorrow. Mwah. You guys have a great day, okay? Bye.